Next on All Access.
I'm Dan Roche. Following the AFC Championship win in Denver, the concern here in Foxborough this week, Drake May's throwing shoulder. We'll have the latest.
I'm Scott Zolak, and Mike Vrabel will talk about his team's identity. Maybe it's about winning on the road. They call them Warriors.
Pulled some clips, the wrestling, and then we went to the Warrior. Yeah, I mean, it was like figuring out what sticks.
I'm Mike Reese. Drake May and the Patriots offense hasn't found their stride in the playoffs. Can they in the Super Bowl?
And I'm Steve Burton. Those stories plus football and family. The woman who brings that together for the Patriots.
Coach Vrabel and ownership have been absolutely incredible, allowing me to do more than I ever thought I'd be able to.
All Access begins right now. Nearly 40 years of futility were laid to rest in Denver as New England punched their ticket to Super Bowl 60. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patriots All Access. I'm Steve Burton. Mike Vrabel's Patriots did what no other team in franchise history could ever accomplish: beat the Broncos in Denver in the postseason. This weekend, the Patriots pick up and head west to Santa Clara and a Super Bowl rematch with the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are the early favorites in this game. We'll take a sneak peek at Seattle, but we kick things off with a snow-covered sights and sounds victory from the AFC Championship game.
Shoulder high step, still.
Intercepted.
Throws a deep ball down the right side. Gonzalez! Intercept for New England!
Yes! 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 Give it to your sister.
New England is that close to the next step in this postseason. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High in downtown Denver, Colorado, for this AFC Championship between the number 2 seed New England Patriots and the number 1 seed Denver Broncos.
Just be us. Hydrate. Make sure your hair all right. So let's go out some fun, man. Score some touchdown. Make some plays. Ball the air short, man. Play 1, 2, 3. Play!
Let's do it. Great ball security all day. Straight eyes. Go lead it. Go lead it.
Hey, this is what we strive for. This is what we strive for, man. Every man in this room, man. Every man in this huddle. Leave it all up. Feel, I ain't come this far just to come this far. No. Treat every play like it's your last. Stay in the way, man. Move on. Gang on 3, 1, 2, 3.
We need to be the best. We already the best. Let's do it. Let's enjoy this thing. Let's win. One day in the Super Bowl, everybody bring out your best, dog. It's time to bring everything.
Stidham's under center. Harvey behind him. Stidham pulls away. He rolls to his right. He's pressured. He throws it. No, it's incomplete.
You take the points.
Play call. Sean Payton rolls the dice.
That's a mistake.
That's your f***ing job, man. Oh, man.
Change at the line of scrimmage. Right foot forward. Stidham takes the snap. Patriots with a blitz. He backhoes. He's in trouble. Pressure by Ellis. Ball was loose. It bounds along the far side. Picked up by Potter. Drake points with his right hand to set the protections. Takes the snap. He stands in. Quarterback draw. Across the 5. Across the goal line right. Touchdown! Patriots!
I tell you.
Broncos Gonzalez with an extra rusher. Drake's going to escape. He's going to run straight ahead. Sideline lopes across the boundary. Andy Gonzalez leans forward. The snap from Julian Ashby to Berringer. The right leg drives the kick to the uprights. It's good. And the Patriots have their first lead in this AFC Championship.
This was today. First snap of the game, first play of the second half. And then look, as the third quarter progressed, you talked about how rapidly it changed.
5 minutes, we started to feel it come down.
Started to see collection.
I know. Hey, listen, look at me. It's going to be hard, but look, this will be the most rewarding 6.5 minutes of our lives if we can get it done. You know what I mean?
Shoulder high snap, Stidham stands in, throws a deep ball down the right side. Touchdown! Intercept for New England! That's it. Fake by May. He's going to run it to the left. He's being chased. Tries to get outside. He does! He's got the first down!
That's how you do it! That's how you do it!
Unbelievable. The Patriots will spill off their sideline in the snow in a celebration a mile high.
Go, let him run.
Let's go, man! Let's go, man! Let's go, man! Oh, no!
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Let's go, man.
The best corner in the league. You hear me? The best corner in the league. Love you, boy. Yes, sir, baby. Let's go, baby.
This just the start.
Start. We're going to the Super Bowl, Z-Bro. We're going to the Super Bowl.
You're going to the Super Bowl.
They are headed to Santa Clara in 2 weeks to meet the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60.
Welcome, everyone, to Patriots All Access in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Pro. Good to see you guys.
How about those sights and sounds, Stevie?
Yes, good stuff all the way around, but they got it done in Denver.
Yeah.
Something Brady and Belichick didn't do.
No Patriot team has ever gotten it done in Denver.
That's right.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs, right.
And, it's not an easy place to play. And all the people that were worried about having to exercise those demons, you saw why. Even with the backup quarterback, the defense for Denver rose to the occasion, made it a slugfest. The weather in the second half, Mike, you guys couldn't even get home on time. Just a lot of stuff going on out there.
That environment, we've been to all the stadiums basically in the NFL. That's one of the tops, for an opposing team to come in. And, Patriots just the fourth team in the last 2 years since Sean Payton became Broncos head coach to go into Denver and win a game. And I just being there, few mistakes operationally, right? Not a lot of false starts. They played the game the way it needed to be played in a tough environment. A lot of respect for
The
that.
other thing, 0 turnovers.
Yep. One penalty, no turnovers. That's the difference in the game. The other team gave you 7 points with a turnover, and you were able to be clean. And it just, to me, it was amazing just how the second half deteriorated, with the conditions, and it was just survival. At that point, it was who's going to blink, who's going to make a mistake. Ultimately, Denver did. That was it.
How about the defense? Not only in the Denver game, defense stepping up throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, specifically in Denver, why are we talking about this as the first team to do this, Mike? It was because of the defense.
Yes.
And they were just dominant on the defensive line again. I think that's 3 straight games in the playoffs that they've owned the line of scrimmage. And, we saw back at Philadelphia last year, that's all we talked about. Look at how that Eagles defensive line dominated. Well, there was a member of that defensive line for the Eagles. That's a key member of the Patriots defensive line in Milton Williams. And what an absolute steal that has been for a free agent.
What stands out to me with the defense is how well they're playing against the run. I felt like they started the season doing a great job against the run, and then it tailed off a little bit when Milton was out of the lineup, Robert Spillane was out of the lineup, doing great. I want to also add the special teams, because I look at that as an extension of the defense. The blocked field goal was huge by Leonard Taylor, and that to me ties into the defense as well.
Concerns about your quarterback, Drake May?
I would say yes. I have some concerns about the quarterback and the offense in general. It just hasn't looked like it did during the balance of the regular season. And, sometimes that's not fair because May played at such a high level. He's an MVP candidate, obviously one of the finalists. He didn't have any of these really during the course of the season. This is 3 straight weeks. Now, in his defense, He's faced 3 really good
Glad you
defenses
mentioned
in
that,
some
Paul.
bad weather.
Yep.
So I'm not absolving him of responsibility, but 86 yards passing, Mike, and really 3 points offensively isn't going to win a lot of games. So hats off to the defense for making that stand up.
And fortunately for Drake, he has his legs, which help with some.
He was terrific
with some of
his
that.
legs.
And Paul talked about the performance. I just want to talk about the health, right? I mean, so late third quarter, 13-yard run, and he sort of slides a little awkwardly and gets landed on, and he lands on the right shoulder. And Steve, he's going to play in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I have no doubt about that. I think sometimes all the players get these things they got to work through. So it's just something to keep an eye on as we get close to the Super Bowl. But Drake said 2 weeks to get healthy. He's going to, looks forward to preparing to do that.
1 game left. You got to play through it.
That's right.
Don't go far. We got you coming up a little later on the show. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
A conversation with Christian Gonzalez.
Just proud of all the guys and happy for us to get this opportunity to go play in the bowl.
And later, Mike Vrabel breaks down some of the key plays from the AFC Championship.
Giving the quarterback or the running back, a two-way go. I thought Garrett did that. And then obviously Ramondre, the guy doesn't know he's running a route or not. So this is something that we have to continue to do is use Drake's legs.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Welcome back to All Access. It will be an important week of preparation for the Patriots. Dan Roche tells us the team is eager to get to work on Seattle.
Days removed from their AFC Championship win in Denver, here in Foxborough, the Patriots were still savoring. They were Super Bowl bound.
A lot of guys were just excited, especially the guys who've been here in the past and everything that they've been through. And to be where they are now, man, it's such amazing. It's crazy how this program has turned around.
I didn't expect us to, be here so fast, but, that's just a testament to everybody in the building and, the work that we put in and the closeness of our group.
3 days after the title game, Drake May showed up on the injury report with a right shoulder issue, and he was limited in practice. But he didn't show much concern whether he'd be good to go for Super Bowl 60.
Feeling good and looking forward to be ready to go. And this is the game you dream of playing in. So looking forward to getting out there and getting a chance to play in the Super Bowl.
What could be a problem? Linebacker Robert Spillane and his ankle. He left Sunday's game in Denver in the first quarter and didn't return.
Meanwhile, you have an injured Patriot, and it's Robert Spillane. That's a killer.
The Patriots are leaving this weekend for Santa Clara and Super Bowl 60. The question is, how much prep work do you do on Seattle? And is there a balance when it comes to having 2 weeks to get ready to take the field?
Coaches have been a good resource. Josh has been a good resource. Obviously, he's coached in these with the extended break. So there's just trying to find that sweet spot of doing enough here, but then also, still having stuff out there that will keep them engaged.
Here's this week's Next Gen Stat, brought to you by AWS. Christian Gonzalez faced a team-high 7 targets in coverage in the Patriots Conference Championship win. He allowed 4 catches for 70 yards, while also recording the eventual game-sealing interception with 2:18 remaining in the game.
Throws a deep ball down the right side. Gonzalez intercept for New England. He has the pick.
And we're joined now by Christian Gonzalez, cornerback, of course, of the New England Patriots. Christian, could you have found a better time to notch your first interception of the year?
Just being able to make the play that came my way, and happy got it in a big game and was ready for the next one.
How good of a feeling when you came down with that football?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good feeling. But it was just another play.
Pretty big play.
Yeah.
All right, how bad were the conditions in that second half?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Just the tale of two halves. Just the first half really wasn't even cold. It was pretty nice for Colorado in January, but then out of nowhere we just came out of halftime and it was coming down and the snow started sticking. It was wet, slippery. The ball was wet. It just changed completely, but kind of helps for the defense. So.
You get your pick. Drake gets that third down, huge run. Clock ticks down. What was the celebration like on the field with your teammates?
The smiles of the work that paid off. Not even for us to prove, to the people counting us out, but for us to prove to each other, to ourselves that, the work we put in is showing, and just proud of all the guys and happy for us to get this opportunity to go play in the bowl.
And how nice to have your family out there.
Yeah, it was awesome to have them back out there. It was kind of a pretty full circle moment. I mean, being out in Colorado for 2 years, kind of where, my college years started, and being able to be out there again was pretty cool and have them there with me.
I've asked you 3 or 4 times since, I think now. Has this sunk in? And is this something you've dreamed of since you were a little kid?
I mean, it's been my dream ever since I started playing football. When you grow up watching football, you see Super Bowl Sunday, and as a kid you watch it, but then you just, dreaming of playing on that field, and definitely hit me running out the tunnel for sure.
You're covering another #1 wide receiver. Just up a quick preview from your perspective of Jackson Smith-Njigba and what makes him so good.
Yeah, Jackson is real good, elite. He's a real good route runner. They line him up everywhere. He's outside in the slot and in the backfield. He's just able to do everything. Smooth, makes it look like he's not even running. So, Sam Darnold's a real good quarterback and can make every throw. They got an explosive offense, so we're excited for it. It's another challenge, and we're excited for it.
Mike Vrabel's talking a little bit about, you've heard this before, maybe since the Baltimore game, he's seen some different things from you. Maybe what has enabled you to do this and maybe even turn it up another notch as far as your play goes?
I have been preparing the same way, doing the same things I've been doing. I think a testament to Braves as well. He knows how to coach each guy differently. He's never going to ask me to go out there and be a rah-rah guy, and but I think that's just props to him and getting us ready and having us primed and ready to go out there and be fast and physical.
Well, good luck, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Santa Clara.
Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. It's Christian Gonzalez. I'm Dan Roche. Stay with us. Much more to come here on Patriots All Access. We'll be right back.
Patriots All Access. Time now to sit down with the AFC champion head coach, Mike Vrabel, joins me now. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the game. Before we get to the game, Robert Kraft gave you game ball post-game. What did that mean to you?
Well, again, that's a culmination of a lot of hard work and a lot of other people's efforts, and just trying to get the best group together to take us on this run, and that's what we've done.
How rare of a game was it where conditions changed so drastically in a game? Because I think we knew we were going to get some snow, but I don't think we understood how it was going to blow, how it was going to go.
And I think we just try to focus on, everything and the way that the game unfolds and the conditions and what we feel like is the best way to win the football game. And, as that thing started to go and that big drive there to open the second half, and, that's kind of how we unfolded and played the game based on the conditions. So, fairly unique, but again, that's what we have to be ready to do.
2 really big drives. At the end of the Texans game, you guys were backed up, I think, inside the 5, drove it out, and they didn't score, but I think you killed 6.5 minutes off the clock. That one right there. But did that change the way you called the game offensively? Like, hey, guys, I think we've got to run it. We've got a lead here. Our defense is playing well.
Yeah, we just certainly had to, focus on, keeping our defense fresh, and, needed a really big drive out of half, and then tried to grind out some yards, and that was enough to win the game.
One penalty, I think it was a false start, was key to the game. You guys did not turn the football over. You protected the football on offense, and you forced them to 2 turnovers.
Yeah, and again, that's what the recipe had been for the 3 teams that had gone in there the previous 2 years and won. They didn't turn it over, and they were +6 in the turnover margin, those 3 teams, and now the 4th team was us.
So those teams that won were +8 in the turnover margin.
It was fun watching the team celebrate after the game. They're setting up the staging and that, all the families coming down. You're up there on stage, so you're having a good time. You're looking at the faces of those players. How special was that for you?
Well, I am excited for them.
Yeah.
And also know that we have a lot of work left to do to finish this thing off.
We'll get into Seattle a little bit deeper next week, but quick synopsis on them. I remember getting back to the hotel, stayed over in Denver. A lot of guys standing around watching the game. Pretty good game.
Yeah, I mean, they're a well-rounded football team. They're good in all facets. I mean, they can win the game on special teams, and defense led the league in scoring, and the offense was third. So they've, I would say, just a very balanced football team, and it'll be a great challenge.
It'll be fun. Time now for the Sports Illustrated ticket question of the week, and it comes from Gene S. Was there a point in the year, I think I have it, but was there a point in the year where you looked at something happened, there was something to play, or whether it was a series and said, you know what, we're a contender, we got something here?
Oh, I don't look at it like that. I just know that game in Miami was big, being able to come back. And got us going, and, being able to go on the road in Buffalo with a young football team at that point. You just try to build throughout the season. And I don't think there's one moment. I think that those moments continue to happen. Anything that we're about to do and face, we'll have been in. We've been in every situation. We've been in 5-minute, 2-minute. We've been in 4th down. Our defense has been out there in 4th down. We've gotten stops on 4th down in the red zone. We've scored on 4th down in the red zone. So I would say that any situation that presents itself, we've been in, and we're prepared for.
I remember when Cox hit Pathon, everybody said that was what got you guys going back in 2001. I like the 4th and 2 call in Baltimore where he hit Diggs in the flat. That sort of like, we got something here to make.
Yeah, well, we needed that. Again, we found ourselves down by 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Not ideal, but like you mentioned, that was another critical moment.
All right. If you want to follow the team on at patriots.com/askthecoach, you can ask the coach a question. We're going to do one more of these next week. Road Warriors. We got to talk about that a little bit, right?
Road Warriors.
Where did you come up with that? Something different. It's good to have Hollins back.
No, we started this a long time ago.
Okay.
So this isn't just something that we just picked up on. Like, we've been doing this for most of the season. And again, when we went on that 3-game stretch, that 3 weeks in a row, that's kind of where that started.
It's 9, right? 9-0.
Yeah, but but we had 3 straight weeks of being on the road, so that's kind of where that started. And then I, pulled some clips. It was the WWF, the wrestling, and then we went to the Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like just figuring out what sticks, and they liked it, so we stayed with it.
Yeah. Speaking of tickets, I'm sure everybody knows not to ask you for tickets, right?
No, I don't get too many ticket requests. And again, what I told our players and when I reminded my wife was that anybody that texted after that Pittsburgh Steeler game, they get the text after we win. So just remember that.
All right. Coach will be back later to show for some X's and O's, but more Patriots All Access will return right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
A sneak peek at the Seahawks.
They don't get a lot of media attention and spotlight, but they hit you in the mouth.
But first, how the Patriots prioritize families.
Sometimes, like, a family member is across the field and a player will run up to me and say, where's my wife, where's my kids? And I need to know where they are.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Gillette. Gillette's best shave is now the best a fan can get. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL.
Welcome back to All Access. Oftentimes, people refer to football as family. After all, upwards of 70 players, 50 or so coaches and staff spend a lot of time together throughout the year. That rather large group all have a family of their own. The football family will want their real-life families to be with them in Santa Clara next week. So who's responsible for coordinating all these people? Meet Halle Ross, who's the subject of our latest installment of Do Your Job, presented by Gillette.
Out of every organization I've been with, this is the best so far.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're the best.
No, you killed it.
My name is Halle Ross, and I am the Family Services and Football Engagement Coordinator for the New England Patriots. My role here at the Patriots it's a growing position across the league. It was focused on family services originally, which is taking care of the families of players, coaches, and all of football staff, just making sure that they have a direct line of communication, they have all the information that they need, and also a really fun part about that is planning events for the team or planning events for the families.
Hi.
they combined it here with player engagement. So not only do I take care of the families, I also take care of all like the players, coaches, and staff. There's 2 other people a part of the team, so Richie Armand and James Mitchell. We all make up player engagement. Honestly, they're the absolute best. I do really like coming to practice. And I also like football, so it's nice to be able to watch from over here. As soon as they walk in the door, like a player, a coach, a staff member, like I want to be connected with them. I want to meet their family right away. I want to meet them right away. I want them to know that like I'm here, and I think part of that is just being like open, friendly, genuine, and just giving them all the information that they need. So I think right off the bat, they're like, okay, like I really can reach out to her. My main goal, like coming in here and just like doing some like research, talking to other people who've been here for a long time, I wanted to find where the gaps were. Like, what do I need to do in order to like bring this team together, bring the families together, like kind of build a community. I call it like the Patriots family, the Patriots community. How do I make sure everyone knows each other? We're all on the same team, everyone should know each other. Like, we're here and I want to build this community. So we usually do 2 events a month, which is great. Coach and Stretch have been awesome, and they've allowed me to take full control and like have so many events, and the families just, they love it and they really appreciate it. One of the events that we throw for the family members, we have a Halloween party, but what we do is we decorate every single office in the football facility, and the kids go trick-or-treating, and then we have a big Halloween party.
This is it every year. Always can count on video.
The kids love it. Everyone dresses up, players, coaches, staff, so it's just really nice. Gratitude and Grace is the biggest event of the season. It's for the ladies. They've supported the team throughout everything, so this is our way of giving back to them.
Photo booth on that side, and then everything from this way over is all the activation stations. So there's charm necklaces, permanent bracelets, and then bag charms. Mine are so cute.
They'll get gifts. There's a bunch of different vendors. There's like photo booths, and it's basically like a gala. They get to get dressed up and then go out and just hang out with all their friends.
Dude, you killed it.
Thank you.
This is the coolest thing. Out of every organization I've been with, this is the best so far.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're the best.
No, you killed it.
Game day, I get here like pretty early just because my daycare provider comes in 3 hours before the game starts, so I just want to be here an hour before they get here to make sure everything's set up for them. They have everything that they need. And I think that's just a really good resource for them because you don't have to look for a sitter, or they can go to the game and enjoy, and if they want to pop in and out from the daycare, they can. I got a lot of good feedback about that from the families.
Hi, how are you? How are you? Good, so nice to have everyone here. How are you doing? Hi, nice to see you. It's so hot outside. How are you? Good, how are you? Good. How are you?
The Williams family needs you.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to the field, so you guys can follow me. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
So pregame, I just make sure like family members get on the field, they're in the right section. Sometimes like a family member is across the field and the player will run up to me and say, "Where's my wife, where's my kids?" And I need to know where they are. I just like to be aware of where everyone is just in case I do get that question. I can bring them to them quickly. When the game starts, like anything that needs to be taken care of off the field, like I'm the point of contact for that. So I really can't even go into depth of what that looks like because my phone's ringing, everything's different. A certain family needs something, or a player on the field needs something. If they need help with anything, I will take care of it.
She knows our family in and out now on a personal level, outside of just a professional level, and it's just having that connection inside of the team is a game changer.
Halle, she is so great at communication. She's really supportive and she's really understanding, and that's just really amazing to have. Also, she does the dang thing. She does everything. Like, it's really amazing at the things that she can do. Like, if I have a question, Halle knows the answer, or Halle knows how to get it done.
Because we just like love her. She's so special. She does everything for everyone. How do you not love Halle? Like, genuinely.
Coach Vrabel and ownership have been absolutely incredible, allowing me to do more than I ever thought I'd be able to. So I just think there's so much room to grow. There's so much potential. I'm able to pitch anything that I want to do, and if they can make it happen, they will 100% help me make it happen, which is so nice. So I just feel like there's so much room to grow.
Santa Clara will be the 7th different city to host one of the Patriots' 12 Super Bowl appearances. New Orleans has hosted 3 games. Houston and Glendale have had 2 Patriots games. Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, and Atlanta have each hosted 1.
Time now for some X's and O's. Big plays in the AFC title game, Coach.
Your favorite part here.
4th and 1, baby.
Yeah. So again, we're leaking a little oil here. We need to come up with a stop. So they come down, and again, you can see our guys. We're in a 6-man front here, able to protect ourselves a little bit. They give the obligatory point, like, hey, you block that guy. Yeah. No, we know that you're not blocking that guy. What they're trying to do is they try to get a pin, get the tailback to the flat, and this is a pick versus man coverage. The quarterback extends. This is something that they showed on film a lot. Had to be prepared for it. We get guys moving, get guys affecting the quarterback. We've got guys, we're on body, and therefore we force them into, an incompletion. Looked like we tried to catch it, but it didn't really matter.
I just thought Mill here, getting the depth that he did on him, didn't allow him to even peek backside.
Well, this is what you get when you have a guy like Mill, that can run like this, and the agility and the athleticism to be able to come out here, pull the quarterback up, match the hand, get his hand up, get a quarterback hit. We're on body here. We're not getting picked.
Awesome.
So now again, we've got a chance here. It's still, we're at the end of half, 3rd and 4. We got a chance to get the ball back for our offense. Our operation, you could see, their max protection and whatever it is they're trying to do here with the back, try to leak the guy out. We're still on them here. They're trying to bluff us, and again, Christian continuing to rush, put the quarterback under duress, make him make decisions. So not really worried about the run on 3rd and 4. We're trying to affect the quarterback. As you can see that this is what they do. We got everybody out here able to show the coverage look. Again, we got to have a couple calls here. When we see the coverage look, we're able to use our quarterback's legs. I thought that Bradbury did a nice job here getting up to the 2nd level. You worry about him getting picked off here on the pass rush move, but really we talk about getting and playing square at the 2nd level, giving the quarterback or the running back, a two-way go. I thought Garrett did that, and then obviously Ramondre, the guy doesn't know he's running a route or not. So this is something that we have to continue to do, is use Drake's legs.
Remember him early in the year? I remember you not getting on him, but he said we can't be putting the ball at one hand. Look how he protects it.
Yeah, no finger rolls at the goal line. So now as the conditions start to change here, forcing these guys into throwing the football. Into throwing the football. Our defense played great all day, especially in the second half. You just force him to see him here throwing it off his back foot.
Does Chazon get a piece of this?
And these conditions, I'll look at it from here.
Yeah.
We talk about reaching with the far arm. And we talk about reaching with the far arm and affecting the quarterback, as opposed to coming with that inside arm, trying to reach here and bend with the far arm. Okay, we'll go back here and watch Gonzo staying on top earlier. I think he got, again, Mims can run a little bit. Now, how he can run now in these conditions, but just under control, going up there and making a play on the football. Huge play right there. Really icing the game and sealing the game.
You at the podium, too, about Gonzo, like flipping that switch. It's been happening this past
it
month.
really has. And again, he's very, very talented. And the better that he plays, you can see that when our best players play good, we're pretty successful.
Big on that, yeah.
But that reaching with the far arm is something that we work on, and that's an outside linebacker, D-line. That's an individual drill that they're working on. You see him throw that far arm, kind of brings him around and affects the quarterback.
Awesome. And then, of course,
and then the icer. We're in 5 minute here. We've been trying to run it. Not that easy out there in these conditions, but we're able to get Drake out the back door and then to seal the game here with the first down. So, those are things that we have to be able to do is use his legs to help us.
Good to see him get excited here too. Doesn't show a lot of emotion, but man, gets fired up, gets bumped by one of the linebackers, comes over, and
everybody's excited,
Yeah.
man. This is it means a lot. There's a lot of hard work that goes into that picture right there. Everybody's celebrating, and that's why I come to work every day.
Awesome, man. Hey, see you in Santa Clara, man.
Thank you.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
it.
There's your X's and O's. More Patriots All Access. We'll be back right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Back now with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Patriots, Seattle. Patriots, Seattle. Take me back, because I remember it so vividly. It was phenomenal.
For my money, it was the best one, and I'm not trying to channel my inner Tom Brady, the next one, Mike, but
I like
that was the best game. Two heavyweights going toe-to-toe.
Better than 28-3 one?
And it's also, I think it was better. And I thought it was a better game, absolutely. Yeah. And both teams played at a high level, and the Patriots came out on top. What do I remember the most? Pete Carroll losing his mind at the end of the game, thank God.
Mm-hmm. And what do I remember? 2 words, Steve.
What's that?
Malcolm, go. Malcolm, go. And we all know what happened from that point.
So now, we fast forward to the present.
Yeah.
Patriots, Seattle, not a whole lot of Super Bowl experience with these two teams.
Yeah.
I do think it's an important Super Bowl experience in general because it's such a different game. We've heard Tom Brady talk about this a lot in the past, Mike. It's almost like it's 2 different games. The halftime is longer. Mm-hmm. You're out there at the beginning of the game. There's an extended pregame. There's all the hype, all the emotion. And sometimes I think teams need to channel that. They run out of gas. And I think that's why Tom says a lot of times they turn into shootouts in the second half because the defenses are gassed. Mm-hmm. So I do think it's important to lean on guys like Milton Williams, Carlton Davis that have been there before and sort of take any tips they might have on how to sort of channel your emotions.
And I also liked hearing Mike Vrabel earlier in the week say he's leaning on Josh McDaniels, who had been from a coaching standpoint and had to, taper during the game, halftime, maybe even preparation leading up to the game, how you handle that. So I think 5 players, Steve, from the Patriots have played in a Super Bowl. So like you said, not a lot of experience.
We know how good the Patriots defense is. What about Seattle's defense? Seattle's defense is #1 in the league.
Yeah,
guys.
and I know, the people watching are going to be, these guys, they're always afraid of the other team's defense. Every week it's Houston, it's the Chargers, this is the best one that they've seen.
Seattle.
This is the best defense in football. They led the league in points allowed, which, Mike, is the only stat I really care about.
I'm with you, Paul.
They do it in a different way. They don't have a Will Anderson who's going to, Danielle Hunter off the edge, but they have 4, 5, 6 guys with 7 sacks, 6 sacks. So they spread it out. They put pressure on you. They're aggressive in the secondary. They like to mix up their coverages, zone and man, and they'll tackle.
Yeah.
They swarm to the ball.
I think it's interesting to me, like Seattle is sort of overlooked. Like in the NFL, ecosphere, if that's even a word, right? Because they're in the Pacific Northwest. They don't get a lot of media attention and spotlight, but they hit you in the mouth.
They do.
And if you play them, you remember that you played them. And so I think in, those who are in the game, in the coaching offices and in the locker rooms, there's a lot of respect for what they do defensively.
The other guy they got to respect is Sam Darnold, their quarterback. And here's a guy that last time the Patriots faced him, I remember the saying, I'm seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm seeing ghosts. Well, now he's grown up.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to see which Sam Darnold they get. Last year, terrific year in Minnesota, down the stretch. The last game against Detroit, not so good. The playoff game against the Rams, awful. We haven't really seen a lot of that this year. He had 1 game against the Rams where he threw 4 picks, but otherwise, he's been lights out. And in this postseason, Mike, they put up 41 points on the board against San Francisco, a good Niners team, and then they get in a shootout with Matthew Stafford, and Darnold matches them throw for throw, in their big win last week. So I would expect to get Darnold's best. I think if you're relying on him throwing 4 picks to you again, I think that's a dangerous game to play.
And so one of the things Mike Vrabel talks about here with the Patriots is everyone has a different journey. Like, that's actually been a theme of the Patriots sort of season and the way they've come together as a team, respecting each player and their journey and how it's different. Relating that to Sam Darnold. Like, honestly, in New England, you say the name Sam Darnold, Steve, I think about what you said, seeing ghosts and
Ghost
the struggles,
is the first thing anybody
struggles
thinks
with the
of.
Jets. But if you look at what he's done recently, it's a whole different story, and it's part of his journey, and the Patriots are respecting him from the recent performance, which has been very, very good.
We are 1 week away from Super Bowl 60, folks. That will do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. From Mike Weeks and Pop Will, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.